Well, it was a case of, it was a case like the band fell after 2016. What things happened, it sort of, people thought that that was it. And of course, what they didn't reckon with was the strong bond that the five members of the band had. Even though Malcolm was ill in hospital and all of that at the time, that bond will always be there. We played together for nearly 40 odd years. And so when Angus reached out and said, listen, Brian, do you want to do an album? You fancy doing an album? I'm going to ask Cliff and I'm going to ask Phil and see how Phil had got over all his bad stuff, and Cliff said, well, listen, if Phil and Brian's going to be back, yes, you can count me in. So there we were. We ended up in a studio in Vancouver in 2018, and we just said, let's just see what happens. And Angus had a pot full of songs that him and Malcolm, had. They weren't finished by any stretch of imagination, but they had titles and they had riffs and all these ideas. And of course, Malcolm passed by then. And it was a very sad time. And we all met in Australia at the funeral and nothing was said. It just felt right that we were all there with Malcolm's family. And we said, well, when we got into the studio, we realized, first of all, that it had to be a tribute to Malcolm, this album. So, and when we all gathered there, the atmosphere in there was quite electric, Claire. I cannot say any more than that. We're not spiritual guys, please don't think that. But there was something there. He was there. He was in everything with the songs that he brought, Angus had brought. And there was a feeling that we just had to step up to the plate on this one because Malcolm, was a strong character in life. And it didn't seem to make any difference that he passed away. We all felt that we had to do what he would have expected, give everything we had and make this a special one for him. And Brendan O'Brien felt it too. And we never stopped. I mean, it was just one of those great occasions where everybody was busy. There was no sitting around being bored. It was always something new, and the songs excited everybody. And so I hope you can hear that in the album. I think you can, this fresh, excitement,